Richard Kind returns to Night Court in this week's episode, A Little Night Court Music. Previously seen in Season 2's Broadway Danny Gergs, Kind plays Cy Hoffman, a hilariously unscrupulous Broadway musical producer who sees the memoirs of Dan Fielding, John Larroquette, as ripe for adaptation to a big-budget stage musical. Naturally, things do not go smoothly, resulting in a series of mishaps that culminate in a show-stopping musical sequence. One of the ultimate character actors, Richard Kind, is best known for the hit sitcom, Spin City. He most recently appeared in several episodes of Hulu's Only Murders in the Building, and fans may also know him as Mayor Aubrey James in the Batman prequel TV series, Gotham. Kind remains a prolific and beloved actor with hundreds of on-screen appearances, and his Night Court character is quickly joining the ranks of his most iconic roles. Screen Rant interviews Richard Kind about playing an over-the-top Broadway producer on Night Court, as well as the series' heightened sensibilities. He talks about his philosophy towards acting and how he compares and contrasts with two of his most well-known co-stars, Carol Burnett and Michael J. Fox. Finally, he teases a bit of what audiences can expect from his new TV project, Everybody's Live with John Mulaney, a chaotic and clever take on the traditional talk show format. Richard Kind on the live theater sensibilities of Night Court. I consider Cy to be the sitcom version of Max Bialystock. Richard Kind, I know. It's just wild and funny and silly and stupid and hilarious. The episodes exist just to be funny. I don't think they try and tell any message, they just are silly. Richard Kind, oh, well, that's nice. In recent years, I've been doing a lot of single-camera work as opposed to sitcoms, or the four-camera audience shows. I don't think I'm as good at sitcoms as I used to be. But then you get something like Night Court. They're unhinged. You just get to go. I'd always like to think I'm grounded in reality, and Night Court, it's not grounded in reality. It's just silly. It takes a realistic situation and makes it unrealistic. It's so funny. In the episode, a Broadway producer comes in, and then they put on a Broadway show? It's dumb. But funny. So why not take it to the limit? And that's what my character does. Richard Kind, I did the producers on Broadway. I consider this character, Cy, to be sort of like the sitcom version of Max Bialystock. And that is a theater. I did the producers where you have to reach 1,400 seats, so you've got to be big, and that's what this was. Richard Kind, absolutely. The reason I love doing sitcoms, still, is because I've worked with Carol Burnett and Michael J. Fox. And I found there was a huge difference between the two of them, which is very subtle, but very important. Michael J. Fox needs the audience for his rhythm, for his energy, but he plays to the camera. Carol Burnett plays to the audience and hopes that the camera captures it. Richard Kind, yes, very much so, yes. I would be a much more famous actor if I could bring it down and be smaller. I'd be a much better actor, too. But Michael is good. Carol could do that in movies, sometimes. There was a famous TV movie that she did that was not funny. It was drama, but her métier is the big characters. That's what she does best. Richard Kind, yeah, sure, everybody was. It was great. I loved Harry Anderson, and Marky Post became a friend. And John Larroquette and Don Knotts were the huge Emmy-winning stars. They would just win Emmy after Emmy after Emmy playing their characters. They were so good, because they were outlandish, but grounded in reality. They knew what to do. They were masters at it. Richard Kind, well, Night Courts still exist. And the genre that Reinhold Weege created, of just being outlandish, that's what real-life Night Court brings in. There are outlandish criminals. Even though the TV show ended, the location of a night court in an urban setting still exists. It's a great platform.